Earlier this spring, when the ground was still froze, I took the loader and I scraped up some manure and dumped it on the edge of the garden here. And I was gonna, spread it between the rows and work it in. Well, I see I'm obviously in the wrong business here. I should be raising mushrooms. Just full of them in here. Well, two kinds. There's these slimy little beggars. And then there's these white ones. Yeah, of course, nothing edible. Nothing that I would eat. But I should sometime. I did once years ago. Grew some mushrooms. I should maybe think about doing that again. They obviously like this stuff. Oh man, I just stick with them. But there again, how would you, like if you were to plant regular mushrooms, edible ones, how would you make sure that's what you got? You could end up with some of these things mixed in there. But it's something I have to think about again. I had limited success growing them the one time. But, well, they sure do like that. It's just pure horse shit, and they really like that. But my idea is, just load it in a wheelbarrow and then spread it between the rows. Particularly, I think, like rhubarb likes pretty fresh manure. I spread some in there when I transplanted the newer, when I split the roots up and planted some. But this other stuff I'll just spread just in the walkways, between rows. But boy, they certainly are growing with a great deal of enthusiasm. I should actually, the one mushroom that I can spot pretty easy is the morel mushrooms. We have them that grow up here, but they're a funny thing, like you'll be walking along and you won't even notice them, all of a sudden you'll see one. And then you start looking around and here's another and another and another, But they don't last that long. They're a short period of time and they just turn to slop. But I should look around in places where I found them before. But they turn up in odd spots. Like right in the yard, all of a sudden he'll be a bunch of those morels growing. But I got more planting to do in the other garden. So I should weed some of this stuff, but I think it's supposed to get up to like 70 degrees today. That'd be a good time to be weeding. What I like to do is I weed, throw the weeds between the rows, and then once they dry out, then I'll till them under. But things have got a good start. But I got corn and things to go into the other garden. So I'm going to get at that.